Chair Castro, I call the Youth Neighborhood Association Partnership Program to order. Deputy City Clerk, can you do a roll call, please?
Yes. Chair Castro?
Here.
Sorry. Vice Chair Camarillo?
Here.
Member Flank? Member Iturralde? Member DeVille? Member Cruz? Member Burgess?
Here.
Member Trevino?
Here.
Member Lightfoot?
Here.
Member Lopez de la Torre? Member Bernal? Oh, I'm sorry, they're not here. Member Moore?
Here.
Member Jones?
Here.
Member Hernandez?
Here.
Member Diaz?
Here.
Member Mota?
Here.
Thank you. We do have a quorum.
Chair Castro, agenda item number 2, announcement regarding compliance with open meeting law. Are we in compliance with the open meeting law?
Yes, we are.
Thank you. Continuing on to agenda item number 3, public comment. Comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited on the matters on the agenda for action. If you wish to be heard, come forward and give your name for the record. The amount of discussion as well as any amount of time any speaker is allowed may be limited. Seeing that there's none, we're going to move on to agenda item number 4. Presentations on the Youth Neighborhood Association Partnership Program applicants submitted by Hearts of Compassion Foundation, Heart of the Community, KCES K. Carl Elementary School Drama Club, From Classroom to Curtain Call, inspiring young performers at K. Carl Elementary School Student Council, KCES Community MVPs, Hearts in Motion, Dancing Minds, Moving Bodies, STARS Community Development Corporation, Loving Them Paws and Claws Community Give Back and Showcase, TAR Academy of International Studies, Grow Our Garden, Somerset Sky Point Junior Lighthouse, Books for Brave Kids, Ava Wolfe Student Council, Project Sunshine, Phoenix Effect Operation Teen Champion, Jump Squad Inc., Pack of Hope, Equipo Academy, Pet City, Protecting Stray Animals, Equipo Academy, Time Flies, Honoring Our Elders, Youth Leaders Corp., Native Born Youth Group, Black Student Union, GVHS, Green Valley High School, Heart in a Box, and AKA Teens Youth Enrichment Group, Package with Purpose, aka Teens Community Impact Project. No, presenters listed above that do not appear during this meeting may be allowed to present at the December 11th meeting if excused by the board at their original scheduled meeting.
Good afternoon, everyone. Tara here for the record. Welcome back on Monday, December 8th. I'm so glad to have you all here. We do have groups here waiting and ready, so I'm excited to get this day going. Everyone should have their binders. We've added day 3 and day 4 to your binders. If you don't have that, please let me know. And then everyone should have received a summary for today. If you don't have that, please let me know. I do have extra copies over here that I can bring to you. Okay, and so we are going to go ahead and jump right into, for today, for the record, we do have a board member that will also be presenting today. So anytime when we deliberate, that board member will sit out for those deliberations for her particular project. So just so you all know. And that is Scarlett Moda. So she will be presenting today. And then when we do deliberation, she'll sit out. And the first group that we have is Hearts of Compassion Foundation, Heart of the Community.
Hello and good
Chair,
afternoon.
Chair Castro, hello and welcome to the Youth Neighborhood Association Partnership Program Grant Review Board meeting. My name is Ayana Castro and I'm the chair of the YNAPP board. You have 5 minutes to make your presentation, then the board will have 5 minutes to ask any questions. Please introduce the name of your group and have all members state their full names. This meeting is being recorded, so we will need you to speak loudly and clearly. You may begin when you're ready.
Hello and good afternoon. We would now like to introduce our youth presenters.
Hello everyone, my name is Keontae Sembler. I'm 15 years old.
Hello, my name is Kiani Sumley and I'm 12 years old.
Hello, my name is Elijah Glover and I'm 12 years old.
And we are the youth leaders of Hearts of the Community. Our advisors are Miss Michaela and Miss Kiera. Also, this is our first time applying for a grant.
When you look at these pictures, what do you see? Well, these pictures are examples of a front porch experience, and today we will be telling you guys what a front porch experience is to us.
The importance of this project. The community needs more safe spaces, trusted mentors, and also support systems for the youth. For the front porch experience provides a positive, supported, seen, and also connected bond. Also, it gives healing conversations, emotional wellness.
The purpose of this presentation is to spread front porch awareness. Our idea is to create an interactive front porch model where one of our example for one of our front porch ideas is we're going to have a mailbox where people can drop off their front porch experience and read others.
We plan on completing our project at Northwest Career and Technical Academy. We also plan on donating 70 or more hours. Lastly, we plan on having 57 or more volunteers. Our volunteers will be Northwest students in the Las Vegas community.
Items and budget overview. We request $2,000 for this front porch experience project because we're going to need a porch setup structure. So we're going to need a platform base, artificial grass, and a welcoming mat. Also, we're going to need this $2,000 to have a technology and audio. For example, just like Elijah said, we're going to have an interactive front porch experience. So we're going to have like people say their front porch experience, and also other people say their front porch experience, so everybody have an understanding of their front porch experience.
Getting the grant can empower our creativity, build community interaction, and helps with teamwork.
Thank you for your time and allowing us to present our project by Hearts of the Community. We are now answering any questions.
Chair Castro, thank you for sharing your YNAPP project idea with us. At this time, our grant review board may ask follow-up questions. Does anybody have any questions?
Member Moore here. So, I see that you guys have 2 bicycles on your spreadsheet for what you're purchasing. What would that be used for?
Keontae Sembler here. For the bicycles, we do plan on having an interactive front porch experience, so the people who like want to ride the bikes, they're going to be able to ride the bikes. And also, since we're having a front porch experience, we're going to have interactive footballs, basketballs, soccer balls, etc. for people to play with.
Member Lopez de la Torre. So I see you guys have 2 locations. So you're gonna be making the front porch at the Northwest and then installing it at Booker Elementary, or is that not what you guys are gonna be doing?
Keontae Sembler here again. I don't really think that we're going to be using Booker, but I know that we're going to complete our project at Northwest Career Technical. That's all.
Okay, and then where are you guys gonna install it, or where are you guys gonna have the front front porch experience?
I think we're gonna have it at. So since we're completing it at Northwest, like we're gonna have the house structure of it. So we're gonna build it there, and then we're gonna have people come and we're gonna like post it on technology stuff like Instagram posts and probably maybe YouTube, make a little YouTube video.
Perfect. Thank you.
Member Lightfoot, I have a few questions. When the event is said and done, where would you store the front porch? And would you use it for other activities or other engagements like this?
Elijah Glover here. I do think that we would use some of the stuff like footballs, bicycles, and all the other interactive activities, and we would try see if we can give back to the community or if we can use them in any other way.
And then, can you help walk me through if I were to go to the event, what would me as a community member, what would my role be?
Johnny somewhere here. If you would like to come and be a volunteer, your role will be helping us build the front porch experience from the ground and up.
Okay. And then if I wanted to, um, I guess, participate outside of building it, like, would I just listen to the experiences? Would you guys, is there going to be an audience where you are, calling on people to come up and share their experiences? How does that look?
So there's going to be a mailbox,
Okay.
and you will write your front porch experience, and then there's going to also be other people's front porch experience, and you will be able to read their front porch experience.
Okay. And then, so who's on the front porch? Like, are you guys having the conversations up there as well, outside of just people reading the mailbox entries?
I'll tell you something here. Yes, we're gonna be having people on the front porch,
Okay.
and there is gonna be chairs and stuff for people to sit down and share their front porch experience.
Awesome.
Board members, you have 1 minute.
And then how are you getting the word out so people can come? Because I would imagine, I know from my own experience, my grandma and aunts and uncles, that's where we spent time, which is why I would imagine you're having this. So how are you getting the word out to maybe the older community who would love to interact with the younger community?
I'll tell you something here again. We're gonna have posts on Instagram. Like I said, we might make a YouTube video about it so it can get around, and also have posters up
Okay.
and hand out flyers.
Okay.
Member Moda for the record. I know this is a front porch experience. How will this affect the community?
Can I say something here again? This affects the community by having more creative bonds and for other people to know what it feels like to have that front porch experience in case they never had one. It might also maybe make them feel at home.
Chair Castro, thank you for presenting. The YNAPP Grant Review Board will be voting on the recommended YNAPP funding awards at a later meeting. The YNAPP Board will be presenting those recommendations to Las Vegas City Council February 4th, 2026. Tara Manor will notify a group with information about the YNAPP Board's recommendations within the next 3 weeks. If you have any questions before then, please contact Tara and she will assist you. We thank you again for your time and for your presentation. You guys did a great job.
Thank you.
Tara Manor here. The next group that we have is KCES Drama Club, From Classroom to Curtain Call, inspiring young performers at K. Carl Elementary.
Chair Castro. Hello and welcome to the Youth Neighborhood Association Partnership Grant Review Board meeting. My name is Ayana Castro and I'm the chair of the YNAPP board. You have 5 minutes to make your presentation, then the board will have 5 minutes to ask any questions. Please introduce the name of your group and have all members state their full names. This meeting is being recorded, so we will need you to speak loudly and clearly. You may begin when you're ready.
Hello, my name is Jackson Stout. Hello, we are the K-Car Elementary Drama Club. Our project is called From Classroom to Curtain Call, inspiring young performers. Thank you for listening to our presentation.
Practicing piano. What does it matter? Who cares? Riding my bike, building a model. What does it matter? Who cares? Homework is boring, I'm choking on facts. That's not my idea of fun. Why should I learn how to spell Mozambique? And how far away from the earth is the sun? Why? What for? Playing CDs, doing a puzzle, watching some dumb cartoons. Oh, it looks like another boring afternoon.
Our project is student-led My name is Ella. Our project is student-led production of the Phantom Tube. We aren't just actors, we also run the crews, build props, and help backstage. We choose this because we wanted a real drama program at our school that can help lead.
Hello, my name is Rayleigh Peterson. We picked the Phantom Toll Booth because it is full of imagination, adventure, and learning. It also connects to reading, which we will use during Nevada Reading Week to inspire younger students.
Hello, my name is Jackson. Students have big leadership roles in our production. We have actors, stage crews, set designers, costume crews, and tech helpers. We make creative decisions and solve problems together. Teachers are our mentors, but the students drive the show.
My name is Quinn Piplick. Our project brings in our whole community. We also plan to work with our local high school theater students and community artists who can teach us new skills.
Hi, my name is Owen Konchak. This project brings families together and builds school spirit. It also helps younger students get excited about reading when we perform scenes during Nevada Reading Week.
Hi, my name is Sierra Wilkinson. We will document our work with photos, videos, and journals and share updates online.
Hello, my name is Oakley Williams. This project builds a sustainable drama program. The materials we get now can be reused every year. It also will prepare us for our spring musical Descendants and help more students join the arts.
Thank you.
Do you guys have any? Hello, my name is Jackson. Do you guys have any questions?
Chair Castro, thank you for sharing your YNAPP project idea with us. At this time, our grant review board may ask follow-up questions. Does anybody have any questions?
Hi, Member Trevino, for the record. I just want to ask you guys your ages. I see a very tiny one over there. That's it.
Member Iturralde, I just wanted to know a little bit about a project I see that you were applicants for last year. Is this something similar to what you were able to do last year?
Yes, it is. And it will help us get new materials for the plays this year.
Chair Castro, can I have your name for the record?
My name's Oakley Williams.
Thank you.
To add on to that, my name is Jackson Smith, and we have to we're doing a different play, but we want to have it better to get better and better every year.
Well, thank you for answering my questions. I think it's really awesome to have such a big group of youth. I think that's really nice that you're working with all these grades and putting on this show and inviting families and other participants to be volunteers. So good work.
Chair Castro, does anybody have any more questions? Okay, seeing that there's none, we're going to move on. The YNAPP Grant Review Board will be voting on the recommended YNAPP funding awards at a later meeting. The YNAPP Board will be presenting those recommendations to the Las Vegas City Council February 4th, 2026. Tara Manor will notify a group with information about the YNAPP Board's recommendations within the next 3 weeks. If you have any questions before then, please contact Tara and she will assist you. We thank you again for your time and for your presentation. You guys did an amazing job.
Okay, Tara Manor here. The next group that we have is K-Car Elementary School Student Council, KCES Community MVPs.
Chair Castro, hello and welcome to the Youth Neighborhood Association Partnership Grant Review Board meeting. My name is Ayana Castro and I am the chair of the YNAPP board. You will have 5 minutes to make your presentation, then the board will have 5 minutes to ask any questions. Please introduce the name of your group and have all members state their full names. This meeting is being recorded, so we will need you to speak loudly and clearly. You may begin when you're ready.
Good evening. I am Jackson from K. Carl Student Council. We have 26 third, fourth, and fifth grade student members and 2 adult leaders. We meet 2 times a month. We apply for the YNAPP grant to order supplies to recognize very important people in our community. The name of our project is KCES Community VIPs.
Hello, I am Aiden. We came up with this project after discussing needs in our community. Many of our community members work very hard and do not feel appreciated. We want to boost our community's VIPs.
Hi, I'm Chloe. We want to provide items and build up our Hi, I'm Chloe. We want to provide items to build up members in our community and boost happy feelings. We want to recognize people who work hard and make our lives better. We will show our gratitude to mail carriers, military members, shop workers, and who work at senior care centers and other VIPs.
Hi, I am Owen Konchak. For our project to succeed, we want to fill bags with small tokens of appreciation like gum, candy, a thank you cup, and other items. Mrs. Pleto and Mrs. Reinhardt will order our supplies, and then we will assemble the bags and write a personal note. When the bags are filled, we will deliver them to a few places around our community.
Good evening. I am Issa. We are asking for $1,780.62 to make our project come true. This will maximum the supplies that we add to our KCES Community MVP bags. Our goal is to put together 100 bags for our project. Hello, I am Ella. We will journal our experience as we complete this project. Pictures and journal entries will be shared with students at K. Carl Elementary to show others what we are doing for our community and how we are helping others. We are hoping to start with a positivity moment.
Hello, I am Genevieve. If there are additional funds available, we would like to make busy bags for the residents of the senior home, where we would thank MVP workers. We can support the whole community.
Hi, I am Connor. YNAPP should fund our project because we will work hard to finish our KCES Community MVP project. At K. Carl, we believe in giving back and would love the opportunity to do that for our community. Partnering with YNAPP is a great opportunity for us to support our important community members.
Good evening. I am Jackson. K. Carl Student Council has been participating in YNAPP since 2016. These poster boards show some of our previous projects. Please consider allowing us to help our community. Once again, thank you for your time. Do you have any questions?
Chair Castro, thank you for sharing your YNAPP project idea with us. At this time, our grant review board may ask follow-up questions. Does anybody have any questions?
Member Lightfoot, I could swear some of you look just like the last group that came in. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to ask, so you said mail carriers and others, how do you find them? Are they at the station near the school, or how do you find who you're giving the packages to?
Hello, my name is Jackson Smith, and how we find them is we will we can if they're at the post office or something like that, we can go and bring the bag to them, or at firefighters or policemen, if they're out doing something, we could leave it at the station and tell them to give it to them.
Okay, thank you.
Chair Castro, does anybody have any more questions? Okay, seeing that there's none, we're going to move on. Thank you again for presenting. The YNAPP Grant Review Board will be voting on the recommended YNAPP funding awards at a later meeting. The YNAPP Board will be presenting those recommendations to the Las Vegas City Council on February 4th, 2026, to our Mineral Notifier Group with information about the YNAPP Board's recommendations within the next 3 weeks. If you have any questions before then, please contact Tara and she will assist you. We thank you again for your presentation and for your time. You guys did a great job.
Okay. Tara Manor here. The next group that we have is Stars Community Development Corporation, Loving Them Paws and Claws, Community Give Back and Showcase.
Chair Castro, hello and welcome to the Youth Neighborhood Association Partnership Grant Review Board meeting. My name is Ayana Castro and I'm the chair of the YNAPP board. You will have 5 minutes to make your presentation, then the board will have 5 minutes to ask any questions. Please introduce the name of your group and have all members state their full names. This meeting is being recorded, so we will need you to speak loudly and clearly. You may begin when you're ready.
Hello, my name is Arabella, and my group is called Loving the Paws and Claws. And here I am with my friend Waylon.
Hello, I'm Lynn Club, and I don't really know what to say that well, but I'm with my friend Arabella, and I came here to back her up.
Hello, board. I was born here in Las Vegas, and I am 11 years old, and I am in the 6th grade. Our team community project will be focusing on loving all animals. We want to give back to our community by volunteering our services and time to Animal Foundation in Las Vegas area that are in need of help with shelter caretaking, feeding, fighting for ever homes, and more supplies. Mojave Animal Foundation right now has an estimated 680 animals they take care of monthly. Our goal is to help double those numbers and give the animals some playtime by giving them walks, reading to the animals, treats, and painting with their paws, and many more. We want to also get to know the animals in order to find out what their perfect match and loving forever homes will be. We will be posting pictures to see if we can help get them adopted. This is our first time asking for a grant. Living Them Paws and Claws. So far, we have 10 members that have been signed up with adult permission. We have my friend Waylon, Frankie, Autumn, Penny, and my cousins, Joelle, Jesse, Jezebel, Jaylee, Dakota, and Mila. We are requesting $2,000 in funding for marketing supplies, event supplies, t-shirts, wish list items from Mojave Animal Foundation, decorations,
and awards and trophies. Volunteers will learn compassion, teamwork, leadership, and much more. We will start in February, and we plead to have 48 hours of our time in order to help. We will also be helping in the Best in Show on April 26, 2026. My team and I hope you accept our request for funding. Thank you for your time.
Chair Castro, thank you for sharing your YNAPP project idea with us. At this time, our grant review board may ask follow-up questions. Does anybody have any questions?
Vice Chair Camarillo, for the record. I see here on your budget that you have something listed as wish list. What does the wish list entail? What does it have?
It will be blankets, toys, more food, and also will most likely include getting some treats for the animals and just many things in order to help them be happy, healthy, and help them get adopted.
Thank you.
Member Lightfoot, is the wish list found on the website of the Animal Foundation and stuff like that?
I believe so.
Okay. And then I wanted to know, because you mentioned awards and stuff, what would the contest be to receive the awards?
Contest is not really a contest. It's really just to thank the supporters we will be having for their help on getting supplies for Mojave Animal Foundation and helping animals get adopted.
Thank you. And young man, you're doing great supporting your friend.
That's my best friend right there.
Through you, Chair, Member Iturralde, just a couple comments. I like your project. I wanted to know how you selected to work with the Animal Foundation.
I really love animals, and I believe every animal should be able to live happily and healthily.
Nice. I love that. That's really good mission. I also wanted to give you a compliment too, because I love that you have a goal for your project. 10 volunteers, you want to help 4 animals get adopted. So I really like that you have that goal. Thank you.
Member Trevino, for the record, over here. So in here, I see that in the past, you have been awarded with YNAPP grants. How did it go in the past? Was it the same project? And if it was, how did it go? Yeah, you have never, sorry, on the page it says they have been awarded with. Yeah, I'm just curious.
Tara Manor here. So I think that the group STARS Community Development Corporation has been awarded before, but she may not have been a part of the group at that particular time. Yes.
Member Diaz speaking for the record. Well, first I'd like to encourage you too. I think you're doing great. I think it's a great idea. And secondly, I'd like to know, do you keep track of how many animals get adopted with your volunteers working with them?
By marking them down on a little list.
Thank you.
Chair Castro, does anybody have any more questions? Okay, seeing that there's none, we're going to move on. Thank you again for presenting. The YNAPP Grant Review Board will be voting on the recommended YNAPP funding awards at a later meeting. The YNAPP Board will be presenting those recommendations to the Las Vegas City Council on February 4th, 2026. Tara Mano will notify your group with information about the YNAPP Board's recommendations within the next 3 weeks. If you have any questions before then, please contact Tara and she will assist you. We thank you again for your time and for your presentation. You guys did a great job.
Thank you.
Okay, Tara Manor here. The next group that we have coming up is Hearts in Motion, Dancing Minds, Moving Bodies.
Chair Castro, hello and welcome to the Youth Neighborhood Association Partnership Program Grant Review Board meeting. My name is Ayana Castro and I am the chair of the YNAPP board. You have 5 minutes to make your presentation, then the board will have 5 minutes to ask any questions. Please introduce the name of your group and have all members state their full names. This meeting is being recorded, so we will need you to speak loudly and clearly. You may begin when you're ready.
Hi, my name is Scarlett Moda and I'm in 8th grade.
Hi, my name is Sophie Cropper and I'm also in 8th grade. The title of our project is called Dancing Minds, Moving Bodies.
And our organization name is called Hearts in Motion, and this is our first time applying for the YNAPP grant. The first part of our project is dance education. We will teach the students about how dance is very beneficial to the body and what it can do for your health. We won't make it boring or hard for them to understand or learn about. We will be giving opportunities to kids that don't usually get to experience classes and things that they are interested in. This is so important to us to be doing this because we both love to dance.
Another important aspect of our project is teen dance. We will teach the kids dance piece that they can learn from and also have lots of fun with. Before we teach the students the dance, we will choreograph a hip-hop routine that is all-inclusive for everyone. We chose the style of dance because it isn't just meant for one gender, as most people think dancing is just meant for girls. In our opinion, hip-hop is also the most fun style to enjoy and choreograph.
These are the handouts that we will give to the children, to the kids. Journals,
fidgets,
branded water bottles,
branded pens,
and branded tote bags.
Another important aspect of our project is hydration. We are providing the kids with reusable water bottles to take home and use forever. We will explain many things about staying hydrated as well as why fitness is good for the body. Hydration helps prevent cramps and injuries. Staying hydrated also helps improve focus and also boosts energy. This is an example of what a branded water bottle might look like.
Another part of our project is journaling. Journaling is an important aspect of this project. We will teach the students how to write in their journal and keep track of their health. This helps the kids continue to exercise and stay healthy in the future. We have found that when kids have a reason to do something, they really want to do it, and that is what we are doing for them.
These are some of the schools we are planning to do it in. Crestwood Elementary School,
Rexbell Elementary School,
Christensen Elementary School,
Garaheim Elementary School,
O'Rourke Elementary School,
and Twin Lakes Elementary School. This is our estimated budget for our project. Our prices are budgeted for 6 SafeKey sites times 30 kids per SafeKey site. This equals about 180 students, and there might be more. We are requesting $1,000 in branded water bottles,
$300 in miscellaneous fidgets,
$100 in branded pens,
$400 in journals,
and $200 in branded tote bags. We have also changed the budget a little bit from our application just to make it more sense for what we are using our money for.
We have lots of mentoring and dance experiences. In the past, we have helped dance teachers with their classes and have even taught and choreographed dances. In our many experiences, we have learned how to teach students to dance and why it is good for your body. We have also danced our entire lives and know a lot of things about dance and exercise. We connect very deeply to dance and know a lot about it.
Here are some examples of our experiences. Thank you for your time.
Chair Castro, thank you for sharing your YNAPP project idea with us. At this time, our grant review board may ask follow-up questions. Does anybody have any questions?
Member Moore here. I was just wondering what SafeKey is.
SafeKey is an after-school program where kids can stay after school while their parents are at work or they can't pick them up, and it's just a safe place where kids are allowed to stay at school and just not worry about where they have to go after school.
Oh, thank you.
Member Iturralde, I love that you involved the Safe Key sites. That's great because that's a city project and we we helped that. So I love that you selected that. How did you pick those locations though?
We chose these locations because we chose these schools, one from each ward, and we just found that it was a good, diverse amount of schools.
That's a great answer. That's a great research there for you. So
Thank you.
I hope that your group, the only other comment I'll make is that I hope your group grows because it sounds like a great project, and I know you only have 2 to 5 students or youth. So I love to see you come back and have a growing group of youth volunteers.
Thank you. We hope to see you guys in the future.
Member Lightfoot, 2 questions. Will the volunteers be teaching the classes, or would you have adults with you as well, helping to teach?
So we, us students, we will have people from our school like that have dance experience. So they will be teaching the dance and help like the students to understand it and just to fully get the idea of like what like dance is meant for.
Okay, thank you. And then second question, how are you coordinating with the schools so they know that you're coming?
We will coordinate with the head safe key person, and we will have her communicate with them, and we will also continue to communicate with them through like email, and we'll have like posters and like probably like an Instagram account for sharing what we're doing.
Chair Castro, does anybody have any more questions? Okay, seeing that there's none, we're going to move on. Thank you again for presenting. The YNAPP Grant Review Board will be voting on the recommended YNAPP funding awards at a later meeting. The YNAPP Board will be presenting those recommendations to the Las Vegas City Council on February 4th, 2026. Tara Manor will notify a group with the information about the YNAPP Board's recommendations within the next 3 weeks. If you have any questions before then, please contact Tara and she will assist you. We thank you again for your time and for your presentation. You guys did a great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Tara Manor here. Our next group is here, but do you all need a break before I bring in the next group, or you just want to keep rolling? Keep rolling, okay. I know in the past I just kept rolling. I didn't ask questions, so today I wanted to make sure I asked if you all needed a break. Okay, the next group that we have is Somerset Sky Point Junior Lighthouse Books for Brave Kids.
Hello.
Chair Castro, hello and welcome to the Youth Neighborhood Association Partnership Program Grant Review Board meeting. My name is Ayana Castro and I'm the chair of the YNAPP Board. You will have 5 minutes to make your presentation. Then the board will have 5 minutes to ask any questions. Please introduce the name of your group and have all members state their full names. This meeting is being recorded, so we will need you to speak loudly and clearly. You may begin when you're ready.
Hello, we are the Somerset Sky Point Lighthouse team. I'm Ryan Watt, and in Junior Lighthouse, we want to encourage people to be leaders at our school and in our community, and we want to show them what a leader does. Here's a little video about us.
Hi, I'm Romina Mockhaven and I'm in 4th grade.
Hi, I'm Charlie Stanton and I'm in 4th grade.
Our project name is Books for Brave Kids, and our project is a fundraiser through our school to help collect books for children's wards in our local community.
We are donating books to children's wards to keep them entertained and educated through the rough battles in the hospital.
We are going to we are providing them comfort, and we are gonna bring them comfort and provide them the opportunity to help or to travel beyond the hospital, deep in the pages of their books.
Hi, my name is Piper Biss and I'm in third grade.
Our project is Book for Brave Kids, and we saw kids in our community fighting their own brave battles at our school around us, and we decided we wanted to help them and kids like them.
We met as a group. We voted on a project. Then we brainstormed what it would take to put together. Worked as a team to complete application.
Hi, I'm Ariel Smith and I'm in 5th grade.
Hi, I'm Arlene Smith and I'm in 2nd grade. What needs to be done and who will do it? We are doing a light drive. We will send out posters, flyers, and reach out to communities to promote.
We will work with action teams, volunteers, business communities, neighboring communities, and our very own school community to help set up the light displays. We will invite our community, get supplies, set up our light displays, set up donation boxes, and our leadership team will help set up as well. We will participate in the event, tear it down, and clean it back up again.
We will organize and sort books to put on rolling carts to take to the hospitals. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Gavin Chavez. How will youth and adults work together on this project? We will gather together and have meetings to plan throughout our project. We will have transportation to transport the books to the hospitals since we're too young to drive, and our adults will help set up the lights for the display. And we'll have teachers, neighbors, parents, and local business owners to help the display. Youth leadership team works with the hospital staff to donate the books to each and one of the rooms to all the kids. Adult leaders to direct traffic and ensure safety during the whole light display.
Hi, my name is Gio Mock. I'm in 3rd grade. What kind of reflection activity would you have? Assembly, lesson, social media, local businesses, parent letter, parent point, newsletters.
Hi, I'm Christine Zagabe and I'm in 5th grade. And why should YNAPP fund our project? One reason YNAPP should fund our project is because we've seen kids at our school fight big, brave
20
battles.
seconds.
And we need your funding to perform a light show at our school so that way we can have our community donate books, so that way we can take those books and donate them to children's hospitals, so that way the children knows that community cares for them and that they can get education. Your funding makes a lasting impact in our world.
Chair Castro, thank you for sharing your YNAPP project idea with us. At this time, our grant review board may ask follow-up questions. Does anybody have any questions?
Member Moda, for the record, is it kind of gonna be like sort of like a book drive, like the light show?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Member Lopez de la Torre, would you mind explaining your budget sheet for me?
The whole slide?
Whatever you had prepared, if you could explain it for me, I'd love to hear it.
We only We need $4,000 for our project. We only need $2,000 from you guys because 2,000 of it is being donated or fundraised. We need lights to put on display. Powered hazard box makes sure everyone's safe. Book carts for the people to work at the hospital can bring the books to the patients, or hopefully we can. Signage so that people know what we're doing. Zip ties, clips, items like that to make the display up and running.
Amazing. Thank you.
I am Landon Aiken and I'm in 3rd grade.
Chair Castro, I actually had a question for you guys. How did this idea come about, and what's your favorite part about this project? Chair Castro, it can be anyone who wants to answer the question.
We came up with this idea so we got together as a group and we decided that we wanted to help children who are having struggles of their own. And so we voted on a project and we decided the name of Books for Brave Kids. And my favorite part was probably getting to hang out with this wonderful group of kids.
Member Lopez de la Torre. So are you guys already connected with these hospitals and have kind of like a place and plan going to get this project going?
Yes.
The hospitals that we're connected with is St. Jude, Summerlin, and Sunrise Hospital.
Chair Castro, can you state your name for the record, please?
Romina Malkavam.
Arlen Smith.
Member Diaz speaking for the record. So with the light show, is the purpose to collect donations perhaps by, people need to pay to experience the light show? Or is it more to advertise the book drive itself?
It is one book donated to go into the light show.
Understood. Thank you.
Member Moda for the record. Will you guys yourselves be going to the hospitals, or is it just the adults just delivering the books?
Yes, we hope that we will be able to go to ourselves.
Chair Castro, can you state your name for the record, please?
Ariel Smith.
Thank you. Chair Castro, does anybody have any more questions? Okay, seeing that there's none, thank you again. The YNAPP Grant Review Board will be voting on the recommended YNAPP funding awards at a later meeting. The YNAPP Board will be presenting those recommendations to the Las Vegas City Council February 4th, 2026. Tara Manna will notify your group with information about the YNAPP Board's recommendations within the next 3 weeks. If you have any questions before then, please contact Tara and she will assist you. We thank you again for your time and for your presentation. You guys did a great job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Tara Manor here. The next group that we have is Phoenix Effect Operation Teen Champion.
Chair Castro, Hello, and welcome to the Youth Neighborhood Association Partnership Program Grant Review Board meeting. My name is Ayana Castro, and I'm the chair of the YNAPP board. You have 5 minutes to make your presentation, then the board will have 5 minutes to ask any questions. Please introduce the name of your group and have all members state their full names. This meeting is being recorded, so we will need you to speak loudly and clearly. You may begin when you're ready.
The reason I'm here today is to present the Operation Team Champion. Good evening, my name is Phoenix Pyle, and the name of my organization is Operation Teen Champion. And this project is about making teens feel like champions and, most importantly, feel like they have not been forgotten while they are already dealing with a difficult time. This is my first time applying for the grant because I just found out about it from Dr. Malik when I met with her to expand the Safe Place Network for Kids in Las Vegas. Operation Teen Champion will give baskets with good quality gifts to the top performing teens in the school hospital. Unfortunately, teens get overlooked in the children's hospital and they miss a lot of regular school programs. This project will have a positive impact on the neighborhood and community because we will be able to raise awareness within the school and local community about the unique struggles that teens face dealing with long-term illnesses. This will teach people about the teens in Children's Hospital, and they will do more to help. The people participating are me and my best friend Jessica. We are requesting $2,000 to get some really cool teen gifts from YNAPP, and we don't have any other donations at this time. We are pledging 40 hours and more if we need to because this is a really fun and important project. That's the end of it.
Chair Castro, thank you for sharing your YNAPP project idea with us. At this time, our grant review board may ask follow-up questions. Does anybody have any questions?
Member Moda, for the record. You mentioned an Apple MacBook Air and Apple AirPods Max. What will those be used for?
To give to 3 of the top graded children or teens.
Thank you.
Member Trevino, for the record, over here. Over here. Hi. In here it says new shoes for $400. Do you know like how many you're gonna get, or like the sizes, or?
Not at this moment.
Okay.
But we're gonna be giving it to 3 top teams in their grades.
Member Jones, I just want to say that I love your idea and I think it's very important and super unique. And then I also had a question for you. How will you be collecting the data on their grades?
Well, I was not sure yet on how I was gonna do that, but I'm gonna be figuring it out soon.
Okay, thank you.
I was going to work with the Children's Hospital director named Miss Sophia. She's going to help me with figuring out the different kids in the grades that have the highest grades.
Member Diaz speaking for the record. I have a question about how you're going to pledge volunteers. Is it a sign up? Is it online? Or is it a paper they must sign?
What do you mean? Like, how do you mean that?
When you're gathering volunteers, or if people from the community want to volunteer, how would they go about confirming that they're a part of your organization?
I would have to, like, I'm not really sure yet.
Okay. Also, just out of curiosity, how old are you and your other friend who's working on this?
So I am 9 and my friend is also 9.
It's very unique to see, you know, younger preteens doing things for teenagers. It's very admirable of you two.
Thank you. Why I'm gonna do this is because some teens, they don't get, like, little kids get more attention than teens, and it would make me feel sad if I were them, because some of them, like, they don't really get anything because the people pay more attention to the littler kids, and they don't pay a lot of attention to the younger kids. So that's why I'm doing it for teens. How I got that information, over the summer. This summer, I donated 192 backpacks to the Children's Hospital, and I was on a tour with Miss Sophia, and she told me about one of their many needs, and one of the needs was getting getting new backpacks for their back to school, and I donated 192 backpacks. And she also said that teens don't get very much attention, so I wanted to give them some attention for once.
Member Hernandez here. If I remember right, you were saying that you donate them to the hospitals for the kids. Do you know what hospital you're going to donate for the teens?
I'm going to donate it to the Cure for Kids Hospital.
Thank you.
Member Moore here. I was just curious, is this your first time applying for a grant?
No. I did a donation online once, but that's it.
Chair Castro, thank you again for presenting. The YNAPP Grant Review Board will be voting on the recommended YNAPP funding awards at a later meeting. The YNAPP Board will be presenting those recommendations to the Las Vegas City Council on February 4th, 2026. Tara Manor will notify your group with the information about the YNAPP Board's recommendations within the next 3 weeks. If you have any questions before then, please contact Tara and she will assist you. We thank you again for your presentation and for your time. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Tara here. The next group that we have is TAR Academy of International Studies, Grow Our Garden.
Chair Castro. Hello and welcome to the Youth Neighborhood Association Partnership Program Grant Review Board meeting. My name is Ayana Castro and I'm the chair of the YNAPP board. You will have 5 minutes to make your presentation, then the board will have 5 minutes to ask any questions. Please introduce the name of your group and have all members state their full names. This meeting is being recorded, so we will need you to speak loudly and clearly. You may begin when you're ready.
Save Our Garden by Alessia Ortiz,
Gabriela Gustow,
and Lily Tar.
Hello, we are students from Chilatar Academy of International Studies.
We are requesting financial support to restore our school's kindergarten garden.
It is currently so overgrown that students can barely use it. Your contribution will allow us to create a safe, accessible, and beautiful space for our school's community.
Our kindergarten garden. This kindergarten garden is shared with all of our students.
These are 2 close-ups. As you can see, the wood's very visible and is very messy. Again, people can't navigate their way to plant seeds or thrive or learn.
This is a lost opportunity for hands-on learning and connection with nature. We need funding to revitalize this essential campus space. Your contribution will enable us to save our garden.
We will transform this current barrier into an engaging, functional, safe educational garden where students can explore, learn, and thrive. Help us cultivate this vital new environment for our community.
Crucially, this project provides a living classroom by participating our students gain in value in hands-on life skills, practical gardening skills, learn how to plan, prepare, and maintain a productive garden space.
Marketing and entrepreneurship. Real-world experience in harvesting, marketing, and selling produce.
Sustainable agriculture, understanding environmentally responsible gardening practices that support our community. We are asking for a total of $2,000.
$649 will be used for a new irrigation system.
We hope to have $400 in donated soil, $200 in donated wood or bricks, and a lot of volunteered hours.
We interviewed kindergartners and their teacher, and they said,
Hi guys, it's Miss Quintana here to talk about a few improvements needed in the garden for kindergarten. Number 1 would be the filtration system. We need help with the water. Number 2 would be the weeding. It's completely overgrown. Number 3 would be resources. We just need to understand in kindergarten what resources we have for planting, harvesting, and weeding. Thanks.
of the IB mission to create a better, more peaceful world, I respectfully request your support in funding our school's garden.
This investment will directly enhance student learning, strengthen our community, and help us cultivate a greener, healthier future.
Thank you so much for your time and believing in educational opportunities that grow far beyond the classroom.
Thank you.
Chair Castro, thank you for sharing your YNAPP project idea with us. At this time, our grant review board may ask follow-up questions. Does anybody have any questions?
Member Diaz speaking for the record. If you were to obtain this money, would students or teachers be volunteering to help clean up the garden using the materials?
Well, it would be us 3. It would also be some of our teacher, Miss Carmen, who is helping out with cleaning out this garden. It would be her students, some of her students.
Thank you.
Member Moda for the record. Who will be teaching the students how to garden the things?
Well, we have a gardening club at our school, and a lot of students of mostly 5th graders and 2nd graders have joined this club, so we will be picking students from that club.
Thank you.
Member Lightfoot, will the cleanup of the garden, is that taking place during school or after school?
I think it will be placed after school
so it won't take time from our learning time.
Member Hernandez here for the record. So if with this money that you would get and you were able to clean it all up, how would you make sure that you maintain it and it doesn't kind of grow back and you come back to the situation that you're in right now?
We'll probably have classes at a time from different grade levels to go and just maybe plant seeds and just get to learn about the garden.
Vice Chair Camarillo, could you speak into the mic, please?
We'll probably have students at a time from all grade levels go out and take care of the garden, plant seeds.
Chair Castro, can you state your name again for the record?
Lily Tar.
Thank you. Chair Castro, does anybody have any more questions? Okay, seeing that there's none, we're going to move on. Thank you again for your presentation. The YNAPP Grant Review Board will be voting on the recommended YNAPP funding awards at a later meeting. The YNAPP Board will be presenting those recommendations to the Las Vegas City Council February 4th, 2026. Tara Manor will notify your group with the information about the YNAPP Board's recommendations within the next 3 weeks. If you have any questions before then, please contact Tara and she will assist you. We thank you again for your time and for your presentation. You guys did an amazing job.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Tara Manor here for the record. We are a little bit ahead of schedule. And so we are waiting on one group. So I'm just requesting a maybe a 5-minute recess for that group to get here.
Chair Castro, and we are going to go on a 5-minute recess. Chair Castro, and we are back from recess.
Tara Manor here. The next group that we have is Eva Wolf, Student Council, Project Sunshine.
Chair Castro, hello and welcome to the Youth Neighborhood Association Partnership Program Grant Review Board meeting. My name is Ayana Castro and I'm the chair of the YNAPP board. You have 5 minutes to make your presentation, then the board will have 5 minutes to ask any questions. Please introduce the name of your group and have all members state their full names. This meeting is being recorded, so we will need you to speak loudly and clearly. You may begin when you're ready.
Hello, my name is Gianna Sanchez. We are the Student Council from Eva Wolf Elementary School. Last year, we had the amazing opportunity to receive the YNAPP grant for $1,400 for our project, Positively Rescued. It made a huge impact, and we are honored to be here again this year.
Hello, my name is Elijah Esteban Aviles. When we started brainstorming this year, we talked about the challenges kids in our community face. Many children go through tough moments, feeling scared, stressed, or alone. That's why we knew we had to do something meaningful again.
Good evening. My name is Dejan Cross. We came up with the Project Sunshine because we are just kids wanting to help kids. We want to bring comfort and happiness to kids who may be having a hard day or going through something difficult.
Hello, my name is Darlene Correa Sanchez. Each Sunshine Kit would include a soft blanket, cozy socks, a puzzle or book, a stress ball, and a small toy. These simple items can make a child feel cared about and supported.
Good evening. My name is Kalia Mirko. We believe that even small things like a warm blanket or a fun puzzle can brighten up someone's day. We want every child who receives our Sunshine Kit to feel valued, encouraged, and noticed.
Hello, my name is Kathleen Pacho. All 27 student council members ages 8 to 10 brainstormed ideas and voted. Project Sunshine was chosen because we felt it would help the most kids and create a positive impact across our whole community.
Good evening. My name is Athena Roach. These Sunshine Kits will be given to pediatric patients at Summerlin Hospital Medical Center who are experiencing difficult times. We hope every kit brings comfort, calmness, and a little burst of joy like sunshine on a cloudy day.
Hello, my name is Giselle Gatewood. Our school community can help too. They can decorate kit bags, write uplifting messages, or join our packing party. Together, we can make the project stronger and reach more children.
Good evening. My name is Naeem Sullivan. Each Sunshine Kit costs about $14 to create. We are applying for $2,000 to the YNAPP grant. With this amount, we can make 142 Sunshine Kits. Any additional funds would allow us to purchase extra supplies for the kids.
Hello, my name is Shahir Gomez. Our project includes planning meetings, organizing supplies, hosting our packaging day, and delivering the kits. We are prepared, organized, and ready to get started as soon as possible.
Good evening. My name is Genevieve Quinones. During this project, we'll learn teamwork, leadership, communication, and planning. Most importantly, we'll learn what it means to give back and how kids can make a real difference in their community. Hello, my name is Aaliyah Ibanez. We will share our work through photos, posters, presentations, our school website, and recordings. We hope other students get inspired to spread kindness too, because when kids help kids, the whole community becomes stronger. Thank you for your time. Do you have any questions?
Chair Castro, thank you for sharing your YNAPP project idea with us. At this time, our grant review board may ask follow-up questions. Does anybody have any questions?
Member Iturralde, I just wanted to know a little bit about your project from last year. How many of you students that are here now were involved with last year's project? Anybody? Yeah? Are you happy to be involved with this project as well as a returning student?
Yes, I am happy to be returning.
Can you tell me a little bit about what you liked from your previous project?
Hold on. What I liked about last year is how we got to help more animals that were in need, since most of them didn't have a home.
Nice. I'm glad you've returned to the group.
Member Moda speaking. What makes you want to continue help your community?
What makes me want to continue to help my community is how if we keep on helping the community, we can become a better community than before.
Thank you.
Chair Castro, does anybody have any more questions? Okay, seeing that there's none, we're going to move on. Thank you again for your presentation. The YNAPP Grant Review Board will be voting on the recommended YNAPP funding awards at a later meeting. The YNAPP Board will be presenting those recommendations to the Las Vegas City Council on February 4th, 2026. Tara Mann will notify your group with information about the YNAPP Board's recommendations within the next 3 weeks. If you have any questions before then, please contact Tara and she will assist you. We thank you again for your time and for your presentation. You guys did an amazing job.
Tara Manor here for the record. We have come to the end of the first session, the first half of this session. And it is dinner time, so we can go to dinner now. I do have the next groups arriving around 6:15, so we can be back around that time. Thank you.
Chair Castro, and we're going to break for dinner. Chair Castro when we are back from lunch.
There it is. Sorry. Okay, Tara Manor here. The next group that we have is Jump Squad Inc. Pack of Hope.
Chair Castro, hello and welcome to the Youth Neighborhood Association Partnership Program Grant Review Board meeting. My name is Ayana Castro and I'm the chair of the YNAPP board. You will have 5 minutes to make your presentation, then the board will have 5 minutes to ask any questions. Please introduce the name of your group and have all members state their full names. This meeting is being recorded, so we will need you to speak loudly and clearly. You may begin when you're ready.
All right, well, thank you members of the board for our opportunity to present today. My name is Landers Lin. I am the youth team leader for Jump Squad, and with me today is Joshua Pyo, who is our youth team member, and Kendrick Lin, who is a secondary youth team leader. And our project is called Pack of Hope, and it is a youth-designed and youth-led outreach to our unhoused neighbors in downtown Las Vegas. And it's located at 721 West McWilliams Avenue. And so Pack of Hope, it grew out of what we saw when we were volunteering downtown. We noticed how many homeless they were living on the streets without even the most basic items such as socks or soap, and often they were ignored or avoided. But we noticed something. When we slowed down, we had an honest conversation with them, and we got to know them, they spoke up and they opened up about their stories, their worries, their dreams, and their hopes. And that experience, it motivated us to create a project where it's a youth-led project for showing up for unhoused neighbors even when others wouldn't.
Hello, my name is Joshua Pyo, Joshua Pyo, and I serve as the director of Jump Squad. Our project has two main goals. First, we want to meet practical needs by providing well-stocked hygiene and comfort kits during monthly outreach walks in the neighborhood around 721 West McWilliams Avenue. Second, we want to restore dignity and connection by taking the time to listen, talk, and treat each person we meet as a neighbor whose voice truly matters. By working on this project, we are able to support people who are struggling and take steps toward getting them back on their feet. We do this not by just giving them supplies, but also offering real conversation, listening to their stories, and making sure they know they have not been forgotten. Pack of Hope is truly youth-led. As youth leaders, we are responsible for planning the budget, comparing prices, and making purchase decisions for the items in each kit. We organize our work days, coordinate volunteers, and lead the outreach walks. Youth and peers from our church partner assemble the packs, write handwritten notes of kindness to include in our bags, and practice how to approach people respectfully on the street. Adults are there to support us and make sure we are safe, but the ideas, the energy, and the leadership come from us as youth.
Thank you, Joshua. As stated earlier, I'm Kendrick Lin. I am the secondary youth leader. We also wanted to highlight our volunteer commitment. For this project, 5 volunteers have pledged a total of 104 hours. That includes 10.5 hours for budgeting and purchasing, 12 hours for packaging the packs, 3 monthly distribution events of 6 hours each, transportation support, and 54 hours devoted to writing personal notes of encouragement and reflecting on what we are learning. Using the city's volunteer rate, those hours represent over $3,000 in in-kind community support, easily reaching the match required for this grant. That level of commitment shows how seriously our youth and partners take this project.
Thank you for that, Kendrick. So in terms of funding, we are requesting $2,000 from you guys, and these funds are directly going into the project. They'll include items such as Tylenol, or fruit snacks, or toilet paper, or body wipes, all these essentials. And these are all pre-assembled and include, not only does it include items, but it also includes index cards, and these include important information, and as well as notes of kindness, so they're not forgotten. And so every dollar in this project has a clear purpose. For example, funding for socks that go directly to help their cleanliness and comfort. And these bags, with the grant, we plan to assemble hundreds of kits over 3 months, around 700, and it will reach many of the individuals who regularly stay around 721 West McWilliams Avenue.
Our project timeline is concrete and realistic. From February 16th to February 22nd, our youth leadership team will focus on budgeting and purchasing, making sure we use the grant funds wisely. From February 23rd to February 29th, we will package the packs as a team at our church partner site. Our first monthly distribution event will take place on March 7th, followed by 2 more distributions on April 4th and May 2nd, all starting early in the morning so we can meet people where they are. At the same time, from March 1st to March 6th, our youth will be writing notes of kindness that we include in each bag, reflecting on why this work matters and what we are learning about our community.
Partnership is also a key part of Pack of Hope. We are partnering with a local Christian church because our organization's mission is rooted in Christian service, and because the church is already a trusted part of the neighborhood. This partnership allows youth, church members, and local residents to serve together. In addition, local businesses including AM Plaza, Linlaw Group, and First AQ and Herb are providing more than $2,000 in matching donations and supplies, doubling the impact of the YNAPP funds and helping us build long-term community relationships.
So, in conclusion, Pack of Hope is a simple yet powerful idea. It's a youth-led, compassionate outreach to our neighbors in downtown Las Vegas. And a $2,000 grant would allow us to assemble and distribute hundreds of kits and build relationships with the people that we meet. Well, thank you for considering our requests.
Chair Castro, thank you for sharing your YNAPP project idea with us. At this time, our grant review board may ask follow-up questions. Does anybody have any questions?
Member Lightfoot, you said a Christian church. Which church will you be partnering with?
The operation.
The church is called Grace Temple Ministries.
And then on your budget list, you mentioned index cards. Those will be used for the notes that you're like the heartfelt notes.
Yeah, correct. They will be used for both the information on the cards as well as the notes of kindness.
Okay, so for the information, I would suggest that maybe calling some departments in the city and other municipalities because they already have printed out resources, so you don't have to. You can use those resources since they're already available.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think I have a follow-up question. Member Iturralde, is that church the one that's on McWilliams?
Yeah, correct. That's where the church is.
Okay. And do you have more than 5 students, or is it just about 5 youth that are part of this project?
No, we currently have 20 volunteers involved in our organization regularly.
Good. But about 5 youth then?
No. All of our volunteers, they're just 20 youth volunteers.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, good to hear. I was just going to encourage that you recruit more.
Yeah.
But it sounds
Yeah,
like you're doing
we
that.
will do that in the coming months.
Thank you.
And then I have another question, Member Lightfoot. Have you all considered the possible waste that it might create? Because if they use some of the things that you provide in the hygiene kit, if there's no receptacle or anything, it might end up on the ground. Have you considered that?
Sorry, you can finish.
No, that was the question.
I'm sorry, was the question that there's going to be waste on the street?
I'm saying, yeah, if after you distribute the hygiene kits, after they use, the toothbrushes or the toothpaste, they some of the people might just throw it on the ground. Have you considered that as a possible side effect?
Yeah, well, for our kits, they'll all be wrapped up in like drawstring bags because we also found that a lot of the homeless they need bags to carry a lot of the stuff that they had with them. So those bags, they would reduce the waste and also just give them a place to put a lot of the stuff that they'll need on the daily.
Okay, thank you.
Chair Castro, is there any more questions? Okay, seeing that there's none, we're going to move on. Thank you for your presentation. The YNAPP Grant Review Board will be voting on the recommended YNAPP funding awards at a later meeting. The YNAPP Board will be presenting those recommendations to the Las Vegas City Council on February 4th, 2026. Tara Mann will notify a group with information about the YNAPP Board's recommendations within the next 3 weeks. If you have any questions before then, please contact Tara and she will assist you. We thank you again for your time and for your presentation. You guys did a great job.
Thank you.
Okay, Tara Manna here. The next group that we have is Equipo Academy, Pet City, Protecting Stray Animals.
Chair Castro, hello and welcome to the Youth Neighborhood Association Partnership Program Grant Review Board meeting. My name is Ayana Castro and I'm the chair of the YNAPP board. You will have 5 minutes to make your presentation and then the board will have 5 minutes to ask any questions. Please introduce the name of your group and have all members state their full names. This meeting is being recorded, so we will need you to speak loudly and clearly. You may begin when you're ready.
Hello, members of the board. Thank you for listening to our project called Pet City Protecting Stray Animals. I'm Eduardo Casillas.
And I'm Kimberly Del Castillo. To begin, I am the youth team leader.
And I am the youth logistics coordinator.
And our adult advisor is Miss Catherine Gonzalez. We're all from Equipo Academy, a charter school in East Las Vegas. To begin, Las Vegas has a stray animal crisis. There is around 200,000 stray cats living in Las Vegas and around 80,000 cat colonies. They are at risk of heat exhaustion and hypothermia with the harsh weather conditions of Las Vegas and are constantly at risk of untreated injuries and diseases, conflicts with humans and their pets, and cars. Currently, Las Vegas has a lot of shelter overcrowding. Specifically, shelters are at capacity right now, and Clark County is limiting how much shelters can take. Euthanasia is up to 91%, but stray animal populations are still increasing. Our two main goals are to create shelters in the desert area for dogs that roam those areas and in neighborhoods where the cats live. We want to make weather-resistant, insulated, and humane shelters made by students and volunteers. Secondly, we want to spread awareness through flyers and posters, a raffle with Vegas Pet Animal Hospital, a social media campaign, and public education on spaying, neutering, microchipping, and responsible pet ownership.
Now, our timeline will consist mainly in February. We will be making schedules and holding meetings to actually see how and what we can do to build these shelters. In March, we will launch our social media to raise awareness, as well as start building our shelter and painting it, as well as accommodating it with stuff the animals need. In April, we will be placing the shelters in the community that we are allowed to, or having community raffles in which we will donate these shelters people need. And in May, we will do volunteer appreciation and distribute goodie bags to show our appreciation. Now, our budget is requesting $868, as mainly it will consist of lumber, plywood, caulk, and sheeted roofing to not only protect the dogs inside, but protect the shelter itself, and have as well artificial grass inside to kind of protect the animals in a safe environment.
Why support us? You'll be contributing to protecting animals and the community. We'll be making safe shelters for strays, reduce the risk for disease spreading, car accidents, animal injuries, and also it'll make the community safer and cleaner. You'll be helping us educate the public by encouraging responsible pet ownership and microchipping their pets, as well as partnerships with local organizations and the city. You'll be contributing to a meaningful change, supporting TNR programs, trap, neuter, and return, instead of euthanasia, and addressing the root cause, not just symptoms.
The youth in our group will construct the shelter, present at our school, Equipo Academy, and do outreach campaigns, as well as community events such as at places such as Vegas Pet Animal Hospital. The adults will provide guidance advice on how to build the shelter, transportation to actually take the shelter to its design location, and safety when actually building the shelter. And our group will reflect on this project and our experience through a presentation at Kibo Academy in May 2026.
Thank you for listening to our presentation. Does anyone have any questions?
Chair Castro, thank you for sharing your YNAPP project idea with us. At this time, our grant review board may ask follow-up questions. Does anybody have any questions?
Member Moda, for the record, how many cats do you plan on giving shelters to?
Right now, we're currently partnering with Vegas Pet Animal Hospital and communicating with trap, neuter, and return programs like C8 and Heaven Can Wait Animal Society. And we're trying to do more research on specifically which neighborhoods have the most stray cats so we can find which areas we can get approval for to build the shelters. So right now, we're not sure how many stray cats exactly.
Thank you.
Member Trevino, for the record, I'm not sure if you guys will need a permit to do all that in the area. I don't know if it's going to be the city or another North Las Vegas, whatever, because I think there's a limit on pets per household. So I don't know if you're planning to do it in a house or in a place. I don't know. So I will suggest you ask whatever city you're going to build it for all that you need, just not to get, closed or whatever. Yeah.
Member Lopez de la Torre, just to follow up on that, essentially, like, where do you guys plan on housing this shelter, I guess? Like, if you guys raffle this off, like this house, for example, if you guys raffle it off, where would it be for the most part?
Depending on if we get approval, either we'll have them in a specific spot in neighborhoods or in the desert, and if we can't get approval, then we want to raffle them to dog owners that may have pets that live in the backyard and need a shelter for their pet, or people that like to foster cats and may put them in their area or their backyard for stray cats to go into if they live in a neighborhood that has many stray cats.
Thank you.
Member Iturralde, I really like your idea, and I think I share some of those same questions, like, where would this go? But I like where you're going with it. I would like to suggest perhaps you even consider like outreach for other adults who share similar passion for animals, because I had a former boss who would catch cats to take them to be spayed and neutered. So you might find individuals that might want to partner with you and help you achieve this goal of, either providing shelter for them or at least capturing those feral cats to have them spayed and neuter. So something to think about as far as tweaking your project a little if you run into that problem of where you'll house them, because I think still accomplishing that of lessening the population, would be helpful in the community too. But really good thinking on your part.
Thank you.
Member Lopez de la Torre again. Also for upkeep. So who would go back and clean it up or check how everything's going regarding the shed? Would it be the person that won the raffle, or how would you guys assign someone for that?
Well, if someone won the raffle, we would check in on the person who won it, see if it needs any maintenance. And if we put it somewhere like as in the desert or in a random neighborhood, then we ourselves would go check on it every once or twice a week to check how it's going on. Yeah.
Thank you.
Member Lightfoot, to follow up on that, if you guys decide to come back next year for the YNAPP board, I would suggest having a upkeep log so that way when you come back we can see how you've been taking care of the project. And then I have a question, and this is just for my curiosity and maybe something to think about.
1 minute left.
Will the shelters provide or create a space for possible like territorial cats or territorial dogs? So if other dogs or cats were to come, like would it create a hostile place environment?
Usually for dogs, if there's a stray dog, they're usually escaped from their owner, but it's very likely that there could be cat colonies forming around a shelter. So we're not really sure how we might address that problem, if maybe we'll get other organizations included and see if they can help us maybe do something with the problem, like Heaven Can Wait Animal Society, or even help from Dr. Wagner at Vegas Pet Animal Hospital.
Okay, thank you. It was just a question. And again, if you guys come back next year, just something to maybe jot down and have information on.
Chair Castro, thank you again for your presentation. The YNAPP Grant Review Board will be voting on the recommended YNAPP funding awards at a later meeting. The YNAPP Board will be presenting those recommendations to the Las Vegas City Council on February 4th, 2026. Tara Mann will notify your group with information about the YNAPP Board's recommendations within the next 3 weeks. If you have any questions before then, please contact Tara and she will assist you. We thank you again for your presentation and for your time. You guys did an amazing job.
Thank you.
Okay, Tara Manor here for the record, and I do just want to say that all YNAPP projects have to be completed within the city of Las Vegas limits. No projects can be completed North Las Vegas, Henderson, or in unincorporated Clark County. All projects have to be completed within the city of Las Vegas. And our next group is here, Equipo Academy, Time Flies, Honoring Our Elders.
Chair Castro, hello and welcome to the Youth Neighborhood Association Partnership Program Grant Review Board meeting. My name is Ayana Castro and I'm the chair of the YNAPP Board. You will have 5 minutes to make your presentation and then the board will have 5 minutes to ask any questions. Please introduce the name of your group and have all members state their full names. This meeting is being recorded, so we will need you to speak loudly and clearly. You may begin when you're ready.
Good afternoon, board members. Thank you for having us here today. Our project is called Time Flies Honoring Our Elders, and it will be presented by me, the youth team leader, Eleni Ramos, and the group secretary.
Hi, my name is Genesis Galvan. That is Genesis.
Meet our team. This is the entire team that is working with us. 2 of our members, Brianna Williams and Angelique Aguilar, weren't able to be present today, but all of us are working to be a part of this. Today we will be introducing our project, why the community needs it, our commitment, what this means for our community, why you guys should join our mission, and what it means for the future.
So for our project goal, essentially as teenagers within our group, we grew up without our grandparents for personal reasons, and so in going through that in life, we made personal connections to any elderly we encountered throughout our life. I personally had a lot due to my mother being a private caregiver, and because of that, we decided to preserve the voices of our elderly, especially ones with dementia, as they tend to slowly forget their own lives, and we want to make sure that doesn't happen, as everyone's life is important. And we also want to promote the understanding of dementia and all of its subcategories, as there is a lot of stigma surrounding it and can foster a more harmful community rather than helpful. We promoted a survey with our high school peers and found out that not a lot of them knew what dementia necessarily was. They commonly mistaken it for Alzheimer's or even schizophrenia, and then proceeded to ask them the question if they wanted to know more, which is the graph. 83.3% said yes, and the ones who said no typically already knew. So with this goal in mind and with this information now, we went forth with the plan that in order to educate the public and our community, we had to educate ourselves first. So we paired up with the organization Lumina Las Vegas, which is a senior care resident home for dementia and Alzheimer, and worked with them in order to interview the residents and also use a course they offer, Dementia Friends, which essentially gets you certified in taking care of the elderly with dementia. And then with that knowledge now, we tend to use it for our project and hopefully publish a book.
With this book being published, we commit to giving a copy to every single senior who participated in the interview, as well as their families. And whatever copies are left over, we commit to donating the money from the sales to a foundation to help with dementia and Alzheimer's.
So obviously, what is this going to do for our community? Well, not only is it going to get rid of the stigma and like having that stereotype of, oh, people with dementia and like memory loss are like slowly becoming more and more incompetent or maybe even harmful, which honestly is not always true. They are confused and that they need help. So we want to use this opportunity with our community to make events, which we are hosting one soon in December 19th, and also inspire other youth to lead their own campaigns and help us in this journey.
But this isn't just what we want to do for now. We want to build a foundation for the future to be able to give people an opportunity to learn more. We want to be able to establish a foundation that allows us to go to community centers, schools, and libraries so we can teach them and hopefully inspire others to lead a conversation in dementia with the same sort of compassion so everybody can understand that it is not a disease that harms. It could also be a disease that brings good.
1 minute.
And how this grant can help us and how it can really benefit us is that it would jumpstart the empowerment within our youth community to really take initiative on forming these intergenerational bridges with our elderly. As it's commonly said, respect your elders, but at the same time, you must honor their lives and what they've been through and how their advice can really help you in your own life and your own journey. So this grant will allow us to turn empathy into action and also reach out to, as she said, our schools, libraries, communities, other organizations, and inspire our own peers to lead with compassion rather than just their dignity and passion.
Any questions?
Chair Castro, thank you for sharing your YNAPP project idea with us. At this time, our grant review board may ask follow-up questions. Does anybody have any questions?
Member Moda, on your budget sheet, it mentions tickets and gift cards. What will those tickets and gift cards be used for?
Those are going to be used for the fundraising events that we plan on doing, since we want to fundraise more money to give to organizations that help with dementia and Alzheimer's. And the tickets will basically be like raffle tickets people get to win a prize, and then the gift cards will be the prizes. If that's not allowed, we can figure out another price as well.
Thank you.
Member Trevino, for the record. So over here, sorry, I know I'm far. Have you guys been at Lumina already?
Yes, we have been at Lumina
since October 2nd, but we'll also continue working into next semester and into the next year to make sure that we don't just work this semester, but start doing more next semester too.
So what have you guys been doing at Lumina?
We have been interviewing residents, and with the help with our adult advisor, Elise, she's been letting us know which ones have more early stages of dementia that can still remember majority of their life, and which ones have later stages, maybe more advanced, maybe Alzheimer's, who can provide us with insight on how their day-to-day life really looks like. And we've also been interviewing some of the staff who work with the residents and seeing how, like, what do you need to do to get that job? How is it like to work with them daily and like taking care of them?
Okay, and the purpose of the book, what would it be? Just to show stories from, go ahead, sorry.
We feel that so many people have a negative connotation of dementia, and so many people feel that they kind of dehumanizes the person with it. So we want to make people understand that they are still people. Yes, they have an illness, but that doesn't mean that we should start treating them differently or like they're less human. We want to show that they are still people with stories, and that they should be treated as such.
Okay, Have you guys, once at Lumina, have you guys faced some challenges with some of the seniors?
But there are times where they will repeat things they have said past days or within the same minute. And we really, it's just to be patient with them, because once they get through that, we get a lot of like really interesting information about what they've been through with their life, what they faced, what they might have escaped, and just what like their own goals and aspirations that they lived through.
Member Diaz speaking for the record. How will you select the interviewees for this book you're writing?
Our adult advisor, Elise Kincannon, has been really helpful in this process, since at Lumina Las Vegas, there's a variety of people with varying degrees in dementia. So far, we have interacted with the ones that have a lower degree and can speak more and remember more, but we've also interacted with the ones that have a higher degree of it. And it's more so that they place us depending on how the person is that day, how much they remember, and how willing they are to talk to us.
Member Iturralde, I just want to commend you on a really touching project. I don't think I've known any youth as interested to be more familiar with the disease. My mom has dementia, so I'm very familiar with how patient you need to be and hearing the stories over. And I do wish there was more education for people to just like, let them speak, and it's okay if you repeat yourself. And I think I understood the book or stories you'd make were going to be for the families. Is that not right? Did I misread that?
30 seconds.
We will give the books to the family as a sort of thank you for allowing us to work with them, but it's also to show the world that they are still humans, that they still contain some memory, and that they should be treated as humans.
The book is mainly to sort of like reestablish that connection, since people kind of disconnect and it's like, oh, so on and so forth.
I love it. I think it's a beautiful project, and I'm really impressed that such young people care to know more about that and share that understanding. So, good job.
I just have a really quick recommendation for you guys. I know that you want to do a fundraiser to support the organization you're donating to for dementia. And I just have a recommendation to reach out to their board, because I know a lot of the times, especially if they already support the organization, they would want to support more, or they might have connections for raffle prizes to donate for you.
Chair Castro, thank you again for your presentation. The YNAPP Grant Review Board will be voting on the recommended YNAPP funding awards at a later meeting. The YNAPP Board will be presenting those recommendations to the Las Vegas City Council on February 4th, 2026. Tara Manor will notify our group with the information about the YNAPP Board's recommendations within the next 3 weeks. If you have any questions before then, please contact Tara and she will assist you. We thank you again for your time and for your presentation. You guys did an amazing job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Tara Manor here. The next group that we had in the 6:45 slot is IA Youth Leaders Corp, Native Born Youth Group. They informed me that they had a family emergency and wouldn't be able to make it tonight. So I wanted to know if we can vote to reschedule that group for either Thursday, December 11th, or Monday, December 15th.
Chair Castro, I make a motion to allow the Native Born Youth Group to present at the later date of December 11th and the 15th, or 15th.
I second, or Member Moore, I second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. The next group that we have is, sorry, The Akateens Youth Enrichment Group Package with Purpose, Akateens Community Impact Project.
Chair Castro. Hello and welcome to the Youth Neighborhood Association Partnership Program Grant Review Board meeting. My name is Ayana Castro and I'm the chair of the YNAPP board. You will have 5 minutes to make your presentation and then the board will have 5 minutes to ask any questions. Please introduce the name of your group and have all members state their full names. This meeting is being recorded, so we will need you to speak loudly and clearly. You may begin when you're ready.
Good afternoon, board members. We are Akateens Packets with a Purpose, and I am Kyra Hollinger.
I'm Natalie Richardson.
I am Brandon Huffman.
So this is a quick overview of what we're going to be talking about. We're going to go through our intro, our issue, our project, our impact, the budget, the reach, and our conclusion. So we are the Akateens YNAPP committee. I'm Kyra, and then these are my board members, Aaliyah, Brennan, Jada, and Natalie. Jada and Aaliyah weren't able to make it here with us. And then a little bit about us is that we are the Akateens Youth Enrichment Program. We are sponsored by the Theta Theta Omega chapter of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And we have been in the Las Vegas community since 1993. We have been committed to developing young ladies with scholarship, leadership, and service.
The issue. In Clark County in southern Nevada, a significant number of teens and young adults face homelessness or unstable living situations. Nearly 2,834 youth ages 12 to 24 were identified in Nevada as of 2024 as experiencing unaccompanied homelessness. According to an article published by 8newsnow.com, approximately 550 young people are homeless each night in southern Nevada. Key contributing factors: family unemployment or underemployment, youth being forced out of their homes, domestic violence in unsafe living environments. We believe that all students' basic needs should be met and so they can focus on learning. The project, Project 150. Their mission is to provide free support services to homeless, displaced, and disadvantaged high school students so they can remain in school, graduate, and build brighter and bigger futures for themselves. When will this take place? April 25th, 2026. Where will this take place? Project 150's Volunteer Center. We will be giving 150 care packages with food and hygiene products, plus a donation drive starting March 1st through March 31st.
The impact. This project benefits the community in a lot of different ways. First off, Akateens get opportunities to serve the community hands-on. It directly supports the lives of youth in need. And lastly, it addresses community challenges like hunger, health disparities, and food insecurity. So as the project is designed to serve youth and teens experiencing homelessness, it also serves by introducing public service opportunities that help people learn and provide support.
The budget. We are requesting $1,902 from the YNAPP Association. The budget breakdown. 150 care package kits with approximately $20 per package, a total of $3,000. Amount requested $1,902. Additional support through in-kind donations and fundraising of $1,000. Additional match amount will be earned through volunteer hours.
The reach. Sharing what we learn. Through social media and digital reflections, we can place our project on the internet for people to see across the web. And through school and program meetings, we can share with our peers and other people who may be at our meetings. And with family and friends, we can influence our peers and we can show our family what we do.
In conclusion, Packaged with a Purpose, sponsored by the Alca-Teens Community Center, will partner with Project 150 to provide essential support to teens going through homelessness in Southern Nevada. Our donation drive will take place on March 1st through March 31st, and our service event will happen on April 25th, 2026. So please consider our project and help us make an impact that is packaged with a purpose. Any questions?
Chair Castro, thank you for sharing your YNAPP project idea with us. At this time, our grant review board may ask follow-up questions. Does anybody have any questions?
Member Moda, for the record, I see that you have received this grant before. What was your favorite part about doing it in the past, and what makes you want to continue doing it?
Our favorite part about doing this was basically just coming together as a group to help our peers and to help people who are going through homelessness in Southern Nevada, because these people are teenagers, so they're our peers, they're us, we could be going through this. So coming together as a community and coming together with the girls really showed us what an impact that we could make when we want to.
Thank you.
Member Diaz, speaking for the record. Since you've done this before, do you see the results or a substantial difference from the times that you have done this?
Yes, we've seen we've seen a substantial growth within our girls, but also within how we do it each and every year. I feel like each and every year we grow as a group, but we also grow in our members, and we grow in the supplies that we're giving out and things like that.
Member Iturralde, I only have one suggestion. I like your project. I think you have a big group of young women, and it would be so cool if you got to recruit some people from this group that you're helping to say, hey, come join us so we can support you and help them get right, you know? That would be nice. Just a suggestion.
Chair Castro, I actually have a question for you guys. Have you ever thought about working with smaller nonprofits to help them as well?
As far as I'm aware, this is my first year doing YNAPP. We have not, but that is a great suggestion, and I look forward to adding that as one of our suggestions to help us grow for next year.
Okay, thank you. Chair Castro, do we have any more questions? Okay, seeing that there's none, we're going to continue on. Thank you again for your presentation. The YNAPP Grant Review Board will be voting on the recommended YNAPP funding awards at a later time. The YNAPP Board will be presenting those recommendations to the Las Vegas City Council on February 4th, 2026. Tara Manor will notify your group with the information about the YNAPP Board's recommendations within the next 3 weeks. If you have any questions before then, please contact Tara and she will assist you. We thank you again for your time and for your presentation. You guys did an amazing job.
Okay, Tara Manor here. The last presentation of the night we have is the Black Student Union GVHS Heart in a Box.
Chair Castro, hello and welcome to the Youth Neighborhood Association Partnership Program Grant Review Board meeting. My name is Ayana Castro and I'm the chair of the YNAPP board. You will have 5 minutes to make your presentation. Then the board will have 5 minutes to ask any questions. Please introduce the name of your group and have all members state their full names. This meeting is being recorded, so you will have to speak loudly and clearly. You may begin when you're ready. Chair Castro, just wait 1 second, your guys' mics are off.
My name is John Nathan Harris. I'm one of the members of leadership from Green Valley's Black Student Union.
My name is Noah Lewis, and I'm also from BSU and also leadership.
And our project is Heart in a Box, and we plan to help the homeless by giving out care packages. And
Basically just like help the people in need who are homeless, and like, cause in life, we don't like how homeless people are suffering with no food, shelter, and that winter is coming up, and like we don't like it how they have no shelter to stay, especially when with the coldness coming right now, and we just want to help them.
like how we plan on doing this is by teaming up with outreach centers and giving back to the homeless by donating and giving out food drives and helping out, give care packages by
Basically, just giving them like supporting them with some food, water, clothing, and stuff like that. We basically one of our members couldn't be here, but like we plan on like teaming up with like a church, cause her grandpa say that she's down to like help us to do this project with us for the homeless people.
one of our members is also, her grandfather is a pastor of a church. We also plan on teaming up with the church to have a food drive annually. We plan on doing this for spring break so we can donate our care packages and have the outreach centers like offer job programs and any type of job training they have so they can get off the streets and have jobs.
Chair Castro, thank you for sharing your YNAPP project idea with us. At this time, our grant review board may ask follow-up questions. Does anybody have any questions?
Member Moda, for the record, on your application it says that your location is in Henderson, Nevada. Is that true?
Yes.
Yes, that is true.
Okay, thank you.
Member Moore here. So knowing that you guys are in Henderson, you guys still would be able to have the grant, I believe, if you complete it in the city of Las Vegas. So do you guys know where you're planning to hand out your care packages?
Yes, we plan on handing out the care packages at the church.
Do you know the address of the church?
Me, I do not know, but one of our members, she does, and she will shares it once we plan on giving out the care packages.
And then also one more question. How many care packages do you guys think you'll be able to make?
Like, I believe we'll be able to make over 50, maybe 100 care packages.
Member Diaz, speaking for the record. Could you name any specific outreach centers or other churches you might be working with?
Like, we are working with Pleasant Grove Church. As for the outreach centers, we plan on contacting with them so we can properly distribute the packages carefully.
Vice Chair Camarillo, I just want to say that your idea on doing job applications is really unique, and it's something I haven't seen before, so I want to applaud you on that.
Member Trevino, for the record. So I think there's some, I'm trying to read through all of that, and I think there's not a very clear picture right now of what your project, how it will be done, right? I understand you guys come from Henderson, so just to clarify, as long as your project is within the city of Las Vegas, done in the city of Las Vegas, you might be, like, we might be able to grant you the 2,000 that you requested. Sorry, I'm trying to rearrange all the questions in my head. You said you guys are trying to do around 50 packages.
Yes.
Okay. I'm seeing on your, how would you, did you guys calculate all the money? Like, as it says, hat, gloves, scarves, socks, you know, the whole list. Were you guys able to calculate how many, or is just a random number that you put next to that? How many hats are you getting for $200? Like, how many gloves are you getting for 150? And where are you getting it from? Sorry.
Like for the sum of the 2,000, we plan on splitting it between all the food, the clothes, and the hydrogen in kits and the packages we can use. Like has to like distribute properly and evenly, so that way we can like have enough left over for more just in case.
Member Burgess, for the record, are you planning to do all of your work at the church, the Pleasant Grove Missionary Baptist Church?
Like, yes.
Okay, that resides in Ward 5, so if everything does take place in that ward, then you're good.
Member Lightfoot, it's just a suggestion. If we grant you the funds this year, then make sure that you take pictures, document everything. But I would suggest next year, just taking a little bit more preparation time to make maybe a PowerPoint or something to help flush out your ideas, so that way you're not trying to remember everything up here, and it will make for a better presentation. So that way, things can be understood from the board a little bit better.
30 seconds.
Like, I will take your suggestions into account.
Chair Castro, seeing that there are no more questions, we're going to move on. Thank you again for your presentation. The YNAPP Grant Review Board will be voting on the recommended YNAPP funding awards at a later meeting. The board will be presenting those recommendations to the Las Vegas City Council on February 4th, 2026. Tara Manor will notify our group with information about the YNAPP board's recommendations within the next 3 weeks. If you have any questions before then, please contact Tara and she will assist you. We thank you again for your time and for your presentation. You guys did an amazing job.
Tara here, that ends our presentations for the night.
Chair Castro, we are going to move on to agenda item number 5, citizen participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the board. No subject may be acted upon by the board unless that subject is on the agenda and is scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, come forward and give your name for the record. The amount of discussion of any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed, may be limited. Seeing that there is none, we're going to move on to agenda item number 6, which is adjournment, and I adjourn this meeting.